Hey, good evening, Chief Meteorologist Travis Meyer.
I just had winds of about 60 to 70 miles an hour.
Travis, we have our entire staff here tonight because of the severe weather.
I'm tracking the entire storm here.
You guys need to take cover right now. Tornado on the ground. We do have tornado warnings, so you have to be ready to move to a safe place.
It's at 177th West Avenue.
Sky News 6 HD, you can see live there flying over that area.
All of a sudden, things have intensified.
This is the kind of tornado that destroys houses.
Tornado warning could be a very damaging tornado.
Ahead of the storm, presented by Green Phoenix Roofing and Remodeling.
Another Oklahoma storm season is here, and News on 6 wants to help you stay ahead of anything the weather might bring. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Travis Meyer. In the next 30 minutes, we'll look at the destruction this season can bring, and we'll have important information to keep your family safe. This year marks 10 years since the last EF5 tornado was recorded. That massive twister tore through Moore on May 20th, 2013, hitting 2 schools. It killed 24 people, including several children. The News on 6 weather team was closely watching the storm that afternoon.
We have a couple of big storms now developing again on the western sides of Oklahoma City.
This is a massive tornado in the city of Moore. It's just a devastating look at some stuff down in Moore. This year is also the anniversary of another deadly tornado that heavily damaged a school. On April 24th, 1993, storms killed 7 people in Catoosa, destroying a truck stop and part of the high school.
The news and the sirens going off. I could see it touch down right back over here.
Someone discovered the family cat hiding in a piece of furniture.
Well, I want to cry. You know, I want to cry for what has happened to their community. The school is important. It's central to a small community like this, but their lives are totally turned upside down.
Amy Slanchek talked with a longtime teacher at the high school who remembers the storm and its aftermath.
Just weeks away from the 92-93 school year ending, wet textbooks and a trombone are found tossed outside the crumbling high school. A gaping hole on the second floor revealed teachers like Sue Banks saving everything they could from their classrooms.
Were you able to salvage much?
Well, a lot more than I really thought I would at the beginning when I went through, because we'd been told that the automatic sprinklers had been going for 4 hours. Things are soaked.
I didn't have a window, but in this situation, it was a good thing because I got to keep most of my stuff.
Margaret Mathias taught home economics at Catoosa for nearly 40 years, teaching students about sewing, cooking, and finances.
I was the mom here at school.
The F4 tornado that stretched for 6 miles, took 7 lives, and injured 100 people also put a stop to the school year.
It's done. And we didn't hold anything against kids that if there was things missing or whatever, you take a more kinder heart. Because, I mean, a lot of our students lost their homes and they lost everything.
The school was not destroyed, but needed a lot of renovations. Today, the district says some of the same stone from the original building stands in the halls. The stairs students use to rush to class come from a time before they were born. While facing the reality of what happened to her school, Banks shared her optimism with News on 6 in '93.
It's a strong community, and everyone is very positive, and we know we're going to come back bigger and better than ever.
It really destroyed that.
30 years later, that strength still resonates.
We can all overcome whatever. Put your faith where you need it to be and overcome it.
Oklahoma has long been considered the center of Tornado Alley, but is that still the case? Meteorologist Stephen Nairns takes a look at how the frequency of tornadoes is shifting.
Tornado Alley is a loosely defined but well-known region of the plains where collision of air masses can be a breeding ground for severe weather and tornadoes.
That's a violent tornado. Dry air can come from the southwest, Gulf moisture comes up out of the southern United States, and then the cold air can come in from the north, and all of that can mix right in this area, and that leads to our unsettled weather and sometimes tornadoes in the spring.
Oklahoma is well known for being part of Tornado Alley, but new research shows a notable increase in tornadoes across the southeastern United States, including Alabama and Mississippi. Steve Piltz with the National Weather Service says tornadoes in those states have been deadlier and more destructive.
Tornadoes in the deep south and the southeast occur in areas that are really a little bit more densely populated than we are here in the southern plains. And so when they occur, there's more things to hit, and so you end up with more destruction and, unfortunately, more people in the way of the storms.
The southeast is also more prone to nighttime tornadoes and at a greater risk for long-track tornadoes, which increases the potential for greater harm and greater impacts. So has Tornado Alley left Oklahoma? No. We've still seen many examples of that in recent years.
Severe weather in general runs in cycles, and so this is probably just the normal ebb and flow of how severe weather operates.
But Tornado Alley is not just confined to the middle of the country anymore.
When the weather turns dangerous, the state's largest team of storm trackers hit the road, spreading out across Oklahoma. With more than 15 trackers, News on 6 gives you more angles of the storm than you'll see anywhere else.
I have multiple power flashes throughout the southern part of Tulsa County.
I just had winds about 60 to 70 miles an hour.
Check to see if there's anybody in the car.
It turned into a very violent tornado, Travis.
News on 6 is the only station that can give you a bird's eye view of severe weather, with 2 helicopters to help keep you safe. When storms fire up in western Oklahoma, our helicopter based in Oklahoma City keeps a close eye on the threat. When the danger moves east, you can count on Osage Sky News 6 and pilot Dustin Stone. Meteorologist Aaron Reeves shows us how Tulsa's only news helicopter tracks the weather.
Oklahomans recognize the color of a dangerous spring sky. But to get the best view of an approaching storm, you have to see it from the air.
That's right, News Desk. We can see that about 2 miles to the west.
From the cockpit of Osage Sky News 6 pilot Dustin Stone has everything he needs to give you these views while keeping safe. The helicopter is equipped with real-time radar, lightning strike displays, and other critical weather information.
Our nose-mounted camera has a 360-degree view and can zoom into anything from miles away.
We have several meteorologists back at the station that keep a close eye on where we are in relation to the storm and keep us out of harm's way and always give us an out if we need one.
News on 6 is committed to keeping Oklahomans safe and informed, and for Dustin, that mission is personal.
I've lived in Oklahoma my whole life. I have had a roof destroyed by baseball-sized hail, so when I see these storms, I'm thinking of families like mine that are home scared to death of the weather that's coming their way.
Dustin has been part of the News on 6 team since 2000 and calls being the pilot of Osage Sky News 6 a dream job.